Don't take me tongue-tied.
Hi guys, what is up? It is Mia, and I am back after a hiatus. My forehead just looked so big. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, it's not that big. Hi guys, welcome to a story time. So, if you didn't know, if you don't follow my TikTok, which will be right here, Mia Charisse Hall, go follow it. I recently acquired a large-ish following on there because of a certain experience I had that I'm going to share a story time of right now because it was highly requested and it's just interesting. So, long story short, I auditioned for a Broadway show. Before I get started, I want to say that I am so incredibly grateful that, one, I even had this opportunity, and two, that I gained so many supporters from it. So yeah, super duper thank you to everybody involved. So, I guess I'll just start with the story time. First, I'll start with a story time portion, and then I'll show you some of the TikToks that I put up on my TikTok in consecutive order that kind of show like the vlog portion. It's not like a vlog, but I showed little clips of stuff that happened, so I'll show that after I tell the full story. So cut to around, it's a little bit before Halloween, and I am at a family party and I'm scrolling on my Instagram Explore page and I see an open call audition notice for Dear Evan Hansen for girls ages 17 and up. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm a girl age 17 and up. 17 exactly. So I was like, okay, this came to me from some angel who was like, do this, I'm putting this on your Instagram Explore page, do it. So I tried to find a ride for so long, because if you didn't know, I live in New York, but not in New York City. I live in upstate New York, so it was a little difficult for me to find a way, because to drive there, it's 6 hours. So I was like, okay, gotta find a ride to this thing. And I could not find one. So I asked my chaperone from the Jimmys, Erin, if she knew of anyone who could drive me. And she said, no, you know what? We're gonna fly you. Okay. Well, at first, just she was going to drive me. She was willing to drive me, but then she was like, you know what? RBTL, which is my local theater company in Rochester, was like, okay, do you want to fly? I was like, yes! So I am so thankful for them as a company, as a whole, for offering to do that for me. They have my heart and they are like my second family, and I appreciate them with every bone in my body. So this probably wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for them. So huge thank you. So Erin actually accompanied me on this trip. So basically I left, when did I leave? When did this even happen? I have to check my phone. I don't even know when this happened. Also, I got a new phone. iPhone XR, except it doesn't have a case on it right now, so that's really dangerous, and I haven't gotten one yet, even though I've had this since September, and it is what now? December. That's embarrassing. I'm scrolling through my photos to see when this actually happened, because I forgot, so. Am I stupid? Okay, I left November 9th. So basically what had happened was, the flight was about an hour, which was so nice and convenient, and I kind of just slept. So I went with Erin, my wonderful chaperone from the Jimmys, who is my second mother, and I love her. So we flew there, took about an hour, and we checked into our hotel for the night. We grabbed some food, and I had a grand old time. I settled in, I felt so professional. I was like, oh my god, I'm here in New York City for an audition tomorrow. Just casual. So, checked in, did some homework, went to bed, and got ready for the next day. The camera's falling. And all this time, I was making TikToks. So, that's how I gained the following. So then, cut to the next day. Good morning. Today is a wonderful day. So, I woke up in the morning, and check-in, they said, was you could start checking in around 9. I got there around like 7:30 because I knew the line was going to be super long. I underestimated how long that line was going to be. It cut all the way around the block. It was at Pearl Studios, which is a popular studio down in New York, but it was so long. There were people there who had camped out like all night. There were girls there who were at least there at like 4 in the morning, and I was like, holy shit. So I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. But I got there at 7:30 and everything was just fine, and they got a chance to see everyone, so didn't need to go there at 4 a.m. Anyway, we checked in around, they let us in a little earlier actually because they realized how many girls were actually there. I want to say there were about 500. So we checked in around 8 and we all got our numbers, and there were so many girls there of all different ages and looks. And by the way, they were auditioning for the characters of Zoe and Alana for the Broadway tour and West End productions of Dear Evan Hansen. So all the productions, Zoe and Alana. So I get there and I get this little slip of paper that says my number. It was 262 and they wanted to get through about 80 people an hour. So doing that math in my head, that meant my audition time was around like noon. So I went back to the hotel with Erin and I did some homework because the homework never ends. Even when you're literally at a Broadway audition, the grind don't stop. So around 11, I hit up my friend Ola Doyen, who was actually there. I met her online, but I met her in person for the first time at that audition, which was so nice, and I love her very, very much. So we booked an audition room together. We booked for like 15 minutes, so we did some warm-ups in there together, and they asked for a pop rock song to audition with, not for musical theater. So I auditioned with Still Into You by Paramore, so I felt like that was good. So it kind of reminded me of Good For You from Dear Evan Hansen, that rocky feel, you know what I'm saying? That's what the music reminded me of, but the lyrics reminded me of something that that Zoe sang. So it was like half Alana, half Zoe, little mashup moment happening. So I was like, okay, that's a song. So, and then my backup was If I Ain't Got You by Alicia Keys, which isn't very Dear Evan Hansen, but I felt like it showed off my voice, so just in case they asked me to sing something else, which they didn't, so, and I was kind of happy about that because I was waiting there a long time, but I would have been happy to sing more, obviously, but yeah, my second was If I Ain't Got You by Alicia Keys. So I strolled in with my little rep book, and they called us in groups of 30 at a time, so we were all lining up ready to go in this room, and there were 2 rooms running at once. So more efficient. So basically I walked in there and I swear to God, I was in that room for maybe a minute and a half. Yeah, I'm exaggerating, probably like 2 minutes. So first thing I did, I said hi. There was, the only people in there were the pianist and one other guy who was watching you. That's not intimidating. But really it was a super chill and organized setting, so it wasn't as stressed as I thought it was gonna be. So I walked in, gave the pianist my music, and I gave him my tempo. I said thank you. I went to the front of the room and just, it was me and this one guy staring dead on. So he was like, what are you singing? I'm like, Still Into You by Paramore. And I was like, okay. So then I sang it. And it went pretty good. I thought I sounded good, and I mean, yeah. So then he asked me a few follow-up questions after. He asked me, so you're from Rochester, Mia? Because he had my information down in front of him. He's like, you're from Rochester? I'm like, yes. He goes, you're a senior in high school? I go, yes. And then he goes, you're free to go. And I said, yes. So it went pretty dang good. So then I left. I left the city that night. We grabbed some food and then flew back, and I was home later that night. It was an amazing experience, and we did some shopping along the way, obviously, because, you know, yeah, you got it. So it was super duper fast and efficient and fun, and it was so good to get experience in. If this is, you know, essentially what I want to do with my life. So now for some frequently asked questions. FAQs. Let's go. The most commonly asked question. I get asked this every day. Every day. When are you gonna hear back? When are they gonna call you back? When do you find out if you got the role? Which, I love that you guys have so much faith in me. Thanks. But I will say this. I did this sheerly for experience. Now that's not to say if I did get a call, I wouldn't be ecstatic, out of my mind, excited. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying I purely did this for experience, and I'm not expecting anything out of it. Especially considering there were nearly 500 girls there, and I was the youngest age that you could be to audition. So I was much less experienced than some of the girls there, and I was there to have fun and get more experience in with these types of things if that's what I'm going to be doing with my life. And I also just really like being in the city. I love the vibes and the go, go, go attitude. That's just kind of my thing. Like, I like staying on the grind, go, go, go. Does that make for some stressful days? Hell yeah! But overall, I really enjoyed myself. And if they did call me, they said they wouldn't call anyone for a few months. This is more just to have people on file that they can use if they need someone. So I'm not expecting a call. If I do, I'll be happy. But I'm happy now. Anyway, so there's that question. And I also got, side note, I got some comments on TikTok saying, you do know the role of Alana is black, right? Yeah, so am I. I just wasn't left in the oven long enough, as you can see. Moving on. Okay, and I asked on TikTok, I made a little video asking if I should make this video or not. I asked what questions people had, so I'm just going to check up on that. It's my TikTok that I made. Anyway, shut up. How the process went? Described that. If you do, explain how the judges were towards you and what they asked. So I already explained what they asked. How they were towards me, super inviting, super comforting. There wasn't a person there who made me feel uncomfortable or stressed. I thought someone was coming close to me. Their main goal was to get to hear a bunch of talented girls, and that's exactly what they did. So they did their job, we did our job, and it was so fun. Oh, and a lot of people asked, what's my YouTube? Well, if you're watching this, I mean, you know my YouTube, so yeah, I guess that concludes it. If you have any remaining questions, please comment them below. I'd be very happy to answer some more. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to like and subscribe and comment and all that stuff. Turn on post notifications. You know. And hopefully I will be into making more videos soon. I always say that. Will I do it? Might just have to see. Now that I have an actual following and people actually depend on me for things, maybe I might have to. So comment more video requests below as well. So without further ado, here is the vlog portion. Vlog, I say very loosely. It's just going to be a compilation of TikToks that I made while I was there because I didn't take any vlog footage. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. Thank you. Thank you so much, and I will reiterate this until the day I die. I am so happy that I was able to have this experience. I'm so lucky and so grateful and so thankful and so loving and loved. I'm thankful for everyone who's watching this, everyone who was involved in the process, and I'm thankful for myself. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty proud of myself for some things that I have done. So this just even further proved to me that this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. So thank you so much for watching. Oh my god. Thank you so much for watching. My socials will either be here or in the description box below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.